Ladies and gentlemen, SCL action coming at you live, coming at you fast. The early game for this beautiful, beautiful Friday night. NeverLand versus Lucent. The Russians versus the UK. The UKians? That's not okay. The UKians, we're going to rock with that. But, it's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top. Lucent, you know, they've been up and down. NeverLand have had a good run of form recently. You know, really close games. But the beautiful jungle of Ancient is where we're going to settle today's little scuffle as Planix finds one. Trying to find a second, can't find the head. He'll end up being bailed out. Zulu takes 3 with the Glock. Looking to start getting aggressive, trying to find a fourth. Grimsy looking to find his second. The game is anti-hero. Goes down. Can't be the hero this time. As Lucent start out with an extremely aggressive pistol on that B site and come out with we come out with a round on top. You love to see it. It's good Counter-Strike. It's good scrappy Counter-Strike, which I think a lot of us have become accustomed to in the SCL. And it's going to be really interesting to see which team can sort of adapt to the scrappy nature quickly. As mid, a high point of contention early here. Zulu takes the fight, goes down low, however, Salt playing extremely passive here in this position. I've completely forgotten the call out for it. I haven't played Ancient yet. There's Usman. Can't find the tag. However, he's going to fall off the line. Does get one. Usman, he's going to want to find at least 2 here to help his teammates out. Bomb gets planted open. As everything gets quiet. The Eagles of NeverLand do find one. Grimsy gets the trade. Grimsy finds a second. Grimsy finds a third. Grimsy making these Deagles look effortless as he sprays with the Galil. Zoran decides it's probably just best to get out of here. And they do that just fine. As Lucent put up 2, NeverLand. Only Canix and Usman have had answers to the questions that the Brits are putting forward to them. Usman finds the early frag with the USPS. Nephew does fall. Gizmy finds a second. Gizmy has been entering like there is no tomorrow. 8 kills already in 3 rounds. And he's going to look to see if he can put up a 4th in this one. As anti-hero goes down. Beautiful, beautiful play by Gizmy. It's pretty much a gimme at this point. Ah, see what I did there? Alright, I'll stop. Damn. Haha. Still the single orb setup coming in for NeverLand. Sorry. As they start to get aggressive towards this B ramp here. Zulu, first to fall. Salt's picked up 2. Can't find the third. Andro deals with him. Puts him away. As Usman starts to get aggressive with the AWP. Doesn't work out for him. He loses his life. Make it a 3-on-3. Sometimes you have to question the pushes, however. I don't know if that was a necessary one. You had the 1-man advantage and you shouldn't have risked the orb. However, Canix Comes in, takes one. Spraying through the box. Isn't able to find any damage. Andro does go down, all down the Grimsby. The early man you don't want in a 1v3. Who ends up going down. NeverLand put their first up on the board. As we've got some beautiful knives in the server as well. I just want to point that out. We have some beautiful knives in the server. We got a crimson web butterfly knife. Let's go. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it. Usman puts them all down in that elbow position. They still come out though. Freddy looking to take the AWP on. Usman has backup, doesn't need it. Takes 2 for the price of 1. As Ebu decides he wants to get one of his own. Matthew tagged up through the smoke as well as NeverLand start to get really aggressive on those B holds. And it works out for Knax. Finds Grimsby, the danger man in the server. AK's littering elbow and mid. It's all down to Matthew. 14 points of health. Looks like it's going to be a clean sweep as he falls. Usman. Quinax. Grimsby's British, innit? Yeah. All the Lucent boys are British. Lucent's listed as a British team. Yeah. But, well played round from NeverLand. They put second on the board in quite dominant fashion. As we continue to laugh at UKCS, Grimsby falls once again. More utility damage done towards the Brits. As Ekubasher, good for 2. Nade does so much damage to Zulu. Does find the 1 in return though. 2v4 as we head towards this B site. Zulu falls to the nade and Andro, just a bit of B-hops, you love to see it, ends up falling. 3-3. Pistols couldn't really get anything done, however Lucent, bit hesitant to fully buy here. As we start to see some more familiar faces in chat, you love to see it. Continuing to get aggressive on this A site. Freddy does fall early. Usman, he's got a bit of work to do. Finds a second. Has to find a third. Can't. Matthew, beautiful flick to Evan. Anti-hero gets the trade, however. Usman down to 1 health. Beautiful flick. Before the flash popped. Usman, a 4K for the AWPer. You love... Oh, you're lovely. Just, there's nothing left to say. It's beautiful. Usman, that's beautiful. That's an incredible 4K. You love to see it. Put that on clips of the week. I'm a little bit scrappy, but hey Bruno. Azulu looking to get aggressive behind the flames. Ebu in his sights falls. Like Flax is next. He goes down low. Zulu with this Tech 9 is deadly. He's done so much damage to 3. Usman finds 1. Drops off the angle. Looking for a second. I ignored you in this. Oh no. Beautiful shot. Usman with the USPS finds Matthew on a stray bullet. As it becomes a 3v2, definitely winnable for NeverLand here. Don't have the man advantage, but they do have the gun advantage. Smoking off ramp, Freddy, he's going to be smoked out of this one, anti-hero. Looks like he should have stuck it, but didn't. Grimsby, Zulo, find one each. That's why you go 4 to 4. This one's definitely going back and forth. It's a toe-to-toe game. You love to see it. Usman found through the smoke. This aggressive AWP, it's making plays, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm more of an AWP conservatist. The Zulu sprayed through. Beautiful shot from Salt to find Grimsby. It's just spraying through the wall looking for anything. Does find the frag. As an A split looks to come in for the Brits. Zulu falls to anti-hero. Will he be the anti-hero? Finds a second, can't find a third. Andro does what he has to do. Every coming from behind is spotted. He is taken. Andro 4v1. Andro, Andro, no, you can't do that. Andro, you've blown my mind. Andro, stop. What a clutch. They all lined up for him, but what a clutch. I don't believe it. Zulu spots Ebu being a cheeky boy. And Zulu finds a second. Zulu finds a third. Zulu. This is one hell of a game if you love 3-4Ks. Bomb goes down, anti-hero by himself, probably save. I think it's T-sided. I don't know, I don't play Ancient that often. But I do think it is T-sided a fair bit. Purely because rotations take such a long time, and by the time you've rotated from the A side to the B side, it's almost... You're pretty much boxed out. As the bomb ticks down, an anti-hero should be spotted here by a hunting Lucent. The Russians lose everything. Nade stack looks to be inbound here. I think for mid. As anti-hero, he'd love to find one here, and he does. Looking to find a second. Starting to get aggressive on this A side here. All rotations have come over. That nade does so much damage. However, anti-hero does fall. Nephew gets the frag, however, he's got 4 pistols to worry about. Grimsy, he's starting to take a lot of damage. Nephew can't find anything with the AWP. As the Russians mad scramble for guns. As I'm feeling a little bit ill. Oh no. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Hold up. Hold up. Sorry, chat. Usman with this AWP, he's going to want to get aggressive here. Andro looking to take the fight, can't find anything early. That Molly's going to force Usman off his line. He's going to start burning, falls off, falls back towards Ali. Does find the shot, however, after a beautifully long standoff. Salt finds one of his own. He's going to look to find a second here from Big. Finds a second, finds a third. Salt Beautiful, beautiful control of that decimator, decimating the Brits. As Freddy sideswipes one, gets the frag, leaves himself in a 1v5. Freddy finds a second. Freddy can't find the third. Usman with the AWP, just too quick with the trigger finger. Beautiful from the Russians. Although Freddy not going down without a fight. Keep that in mind for some future rounds. Even though he hasn't had the greatest start, the Brit. As B looks to be the name and the aim of the game with the pistols. Smoked out of the fight. Nades look to do little bits of chunk damage, can't find anything. Those nades will get a frag. Freddy falls. Andro low. Flash goes out. Looking to take the peak, however the Tech 9 does enough. Finds one. Matthew finds one with the Tech 9. Can't find the second. It's all down to Zulu. 1v3. Finds one. Finds a second Zulu. 22 points of health. However, Ebu finds him through the smoke. Does he have time? Yes. Ebu. Beautiful, beautiful clutch. Nerve-wracking at some moments there. Whew. Oh, boys. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. That's actually pretty fire. That's a great play. That is a great play. It's a great play. Well done to Ebu with that clutch. Zulu, everything he could to try and sting that time as much as he can. Salt, good for one. Canix cleans it up, however, finds one with the nade, the rest with his M4. Does drop the bomb, hears the footsteps, does know there's one nearby. Misses the shot on Gimsby. Over a second attempt will get him to hit it. 12 points of health for that young man. Holding out and dig. As Usman starts to get aggressive down ramp. Freddy tips the scene down to 15 points of health before he falls to the pistol. NeverLand back on top. 8-6. As we head into round 15, can the Russians put on a 3-point lead at the half, or does Lucent show off how tight this game has actually been with a 7-8 lead? Spraying from Knax, so much damage. As Gizmy, your main fragger is stuck on a deagle. You hate to see it. But a bit more slow paced. We haven't seen this on Ancient so far. We've seen Lucent be the aggressors, or we've seen NeverLand start to really aggress, get in the face of the Brits. Smoke fades. Quack's good for 2. Beautiful hold from this dig position. Gives time for Salt to come up. One of his own, leaves it in a 2v3. 50 seconds left on the clock. Freddy hasn't had the greatest game so far. Matthew, he's going to want to see if he can put at least one more frag on the board before half. As Ebu turns away, gets timinged. No. Does spot Freddy. Does take him down, leaving Matthew in a 1v3. The Brit by himself, scared, alone, and afraid. Can't find any hero as he falls 9-6. Incredibly tough luck for the Brits, as they can only put 6 on in their C half. As the Russians on top, not letting go of the lead. Usman has been on fire with the AWP. There's not really much else I can say about that. We've seen Ebu. He's come out of nowhere. He's, almost quiet 10 kills, especially in the first half. Zulu's been impressive. Grimsby has been impressive, especially early. There are a few players, however, that do need to step up, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see if they do take that step in the second half. But apart from that, it's a waiting game essentially. We're looking at players like Freddie that do need to step up. Pardon me. Looking at players like Freddie do need to step up, but I think if they play their roles in the second half, then they won't really need to. Just finding impacts is all they'll really need to do. Zulu, good for one, good for two. Zulu trying to find a third and does. Grimsby and Freddie take one each as well after the fact as Lucent pick up 7. Dominant B hold there from the Brits as they upgrade to SMGs and rifles. NeverLand. Deegs and armor, they're forcing into it. It's an all-in for both sides. CT's here. They're going to be infuriated if it turns out that they've lost their investment here, because it means they're going to give up 2 or 3 easy rounds. Zulu not quick enough to escape. Ebu chases, gets the frag. Assault. Instantly traded. Freddie does what he can to try and protect his teammate. As Lucent now just trying to keep guns away from the NeverLand boys. As Freddie playing around Cube, he's going to look to see if he can make an impact from here. Ebu continues to aggress, looks like it's going to be an A play here. The NeverLand tees crawling all over the side. Freddie spraying through, he's going to fall. Reckless counter-strike, leaving a crappy situation for his teammate. Andro finds one, finds a second, looking to find a third. Usman low, Andro low, as the former ends up falling. As we head into round 18, it's a tight map. Definitely intriguing to see who's going to come out on top. It's very back and forth. The scoreline, isn't as, isn't as close as the game actually is. Knacks good for 2. Ebu, he's going to come up with 1. Zulu and Matthew the other way taking 1 apiece. As Ebu looking to find Matthew, but can't quite get it done. Can't quite get the bullets to land. As that's rare. Usman gives up the scout. He's been so dominant with it today. As they look to head towards this A side here. Both T's and Cube. They're going to want to aggress this smoke. Anti-hero. Good for 1. Makes it a 2v1. Usman plants safe. And goes in. So much damage, Usman. Usman. That is beautiful. Beautiful from the Russian. 11-7 as NeverLand look to pull away. Pistols, they lose the pistols, it makes it 12. They have to buy if they want to avoid 13, and if they can't, then it means the Russians 2 rounds away from putting this one to bed. As the Russians start to get aggressive, the CTs and the meat grinder, they all fall. No lives lost for the Russians. Beautiful, beautiful round on their point of view. Freddy finds two. He started to slowly impress the second half. Zulu falls on an aggressive push. Making a 3v4. Very, very tight here. Very, very slim. This is a big round for Lucent. They win this. Becomes a lot easier. 2v4 now. Andro, that is a huge frag. As A looks to be the aim for the two remaining Ts. Freddy stepped up big in the second half. Those 5 kills might not look like much, but he's definitely come in. He's definitely been Anti-hero rocking with the all-Australian AK. I don't mind it. There's Matthew, Freddy, one apiece. Rocking with the dual orb setup. Lucent look to do their best to defend, however NeverLand have an interesting decision here to make here. Do they enforce? And they do. Full AKs here, even though Usman had very little money. Coming up against the dual orb setup, looking to put 13 up quite quickly is Matthew. Forced off the line at the end. He's going to want to hold A by himself. Usman already making that investment AK worth it. Zulu finds one. Spraying. He's going to want to see if he can do so much damage through that piece of wood. Nade's going to go in. Ebu falls. Zulu looking for more damage. Zulu finds a third. As anti-hero, the call is wait. As Usman falls, anti-hero takes one. He's got a 1v4 to deal with. Zulu takes the fight. Zulu wins it. 9 for Lucent. Lucent slowly bringing this one back. As NeverLand broken. Deagles for them. Glocks. In some cases, Salt, Usman. Armor only on Knacks. Finds one. It's going to be an absolute massacre here. Don't have bomb. But they're going to continue to start getting aggressive here. Freddy. Finds the early tag. Ebu by himself does fall. What is going on in chat? Aga and Hawkid, you two need to calm down. Alright, champs. Alright. NeverLand looking to put 13 up on the board quite quickly. Zulu's got a hold. Can't find a second. Does only find one, and it leaves a 3v4. CT's in dismay, about to become a 4v2. Are you a good CS player? Who, me or Hawkeye? Because I'm dog shit at CS. Salt is found. Beautiful from Andro to take the 1-for-1. Leaves Matthew down in the 1v3. He's got some work to do from these alley positions. As the AWP, saving the AWP might be his main goal here. So he looks towards the A side for comfort. Bomb goes down with 45 seconds left to play. As Matthew saves full armor, looking to save an AWP. He's going to get hunted here by Usman. All of the NeverLand boys start to converge on this A side here. It's a fight for his life, Matthew, at the moment. Nade's going to go in. Can't do any damage. Matthew hiding. Usman gets the frag with the knife! That's huge. That is huge. Not only is that getting rid of the AWP, but it's an extra 1,500 in Usman's account. Beautiful from Usman. Sorry, Yumson. My apologies. I've been calling him Usman all day. Shit. Name's Yumson. As it's looking to be a complete scuffle, Andrew, Freddie, Matthew all find one on that A side. As Yumson found. However, he's going to find the pick, looking to see if he can find a second. An aggressive push from Temple maybe will give it to him. It's Freddie. Blind by his own teammate's flash. Peeked too early. Good crossfire set up here from Lucent. Aggressive play, Matthew. Does find one, and as anti-hero swings, he gets taken from the back. Beautiful crossfire set up there for Lucent. You know, it just shows the importance of that cube area on that A site. If you can take cube control, or you can cut off cube control with a smoke or a Molotov or whatever, it goes a long way. And I think that round right there is a perfect example of the power of that position. Andrew found Salt looking for a second. Leaves anti-hero by himself as this one, it's going to be all tied up. Beautiful from Lucent. 12 to 13. As NeverLand, very little money. Yumson has had an absolute blinder today. He's had an absolute blinder. NeverLand boys look to get aggressive. Salt and Ebu. Blind Grimsby and Freddy as Zulu falls. Matthew looking to see if he can find something with this AWP. Although there is a minute left on the clock for this game, for this round. My apologies for this game, for this round. Whoops. Yumson, only good for one, does find Matthew as the bomb should head towards this B site. Matthew, once again in a fight for his life, does find Ebu. AK picked up. He's going to go for this. No money in the bank for Lucent either. As Matthew decides it's probably not a good idea to go for it. Does keep the AK in hand though. Matthew finds Salt. 9 HP though. 9 points of health to separate NeverLand from this AWP. Has Matthew sweating. Does have a 3k though, which is quite impressive. as the AWP gets saved. Grimsby immediately buys into this round. 14-12. Lucent. They lose this round, it's pretty much game. Lucent aren't playing for overtime, they're playing for the win. Lucent sign. Grimsby finds the early pick on Usman. That's the dangerous AWP gone. However, there are still 4 more to deal with. Zulu looks to find one. Can't get anything going. Knacks takes him down. This MP9, it's going to be... It's in a deadly spot. Don't worry about that. MP9. Little bit of chunk damage. Can't find anything a bit more substantial. NeverLand looking to box out Lucent. The Brits falling. Grimsby does, however, get the frag. Has to deal with anti-hero coming around from the bomb. Freddy does what he can as Ebu falls. Grimsby gets the defuse. 14-13. Lucent keeping themselves in this one with a crucial round. NeverLand, money kind of half broken. Salt can maybe buy 2, maybe 3 MAC-10s as well as armor for himself. Usman can probably do the same. They can hit a site quickly. If they give up 14, they give up 14. If they get a 15 from it, it might work. What's to go through in the heads of the 2 IGLs at the moment? Smokes go into this A side there, preparing it. All this util make it look like it's a full by Andro. Shuts it down, finds 3. Hates his own teammate Grimsby. He might fall to this Tech Knight here. We know how deadly they have been. There's Andro looking for the ace, can't find it. Zulu, however, will clean up the mess. 14-14. This is crunch time. Lucent already have the guns. NeverLand, they've got to buy into this one. Neither team playing for overtime, both playing for the win. Grimsby finds one. Freddy finds a second. These two have shown up when it counts as Freddy finds a... Freddy finds a third for the round. I'm fumbling over my words. Usman, anti-hero. So much to think about between these two. 2v5, 14-14. This is as big as a round as it gets for these young men. Usman falls. Grimsby falls. Oy, it took me a second there. Grimsby falls. My apologies. Yeah, I'm silver. What do you mean I can't be in? I'm a great IGL. I can be bait F. Usman can't find the frag. Zulu does enough, hides, and a hero. He needs to find this frag right here, right now if he wants anything to go his way. Zulu falls. Freddy gets the frag. Lucent put up 15. That is huge. Huge round from Freddy after such a slow start. I'm talking 3 kills in the first half. He has popped off. He has put 15 in the last 15 rounds. For 12 kills in the last 15 rounds, most of them impacts. as B site looks to be the plan for the Russians. As Connects tries to get the time, he can't. However, it does take Zulu down to 19 points of health. That could be important later, as Lucent look to put this game to bed. One man advantage already. Two man lean towards his B side. They've split it 2-1-2. Maybe the play, I'm not quite sure, as Freddy. He's had an absolute outstanding game so far. Although, I'm not going to lie, Salt's in such an aggressive position. Salt, how did you get there, son? Finds the opening frag. As the Russians look to explode, Salt finds a second. GG's in chat, but I'm not quite sure that's going to be the result. This one's going to go to overtime. Nephew, he's got 3 to find. Nades are going in. Nephew. Salt can't get aggressive here. He has to hold his own. Nephew falls. 15-15 as we head to overtime. What a round from Salt. Lucent have come from the depths of despair to bring this to overtime. Zulu on 27. Andro on 24. What a couple of rounds from those boys. Good halves in chat. As we've still got overtime to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be quite impressive. This is going to be quite interesting, actually. Hold up. I'm going to need to get a drink for this. Just watch. I'm a Lucent fan because just watch. Lucent had an impressive first section of this game. They really did. They may have been down 9-6 at the half, but I think their comeback that they've had ever since that crucial round where NeverLand were really trying to put up 14 and get aggressive with it, especially with their economy, they really fell off after that. They knew how important that round was, and I think Lucent knew how important that round was as well. As Ebu. Does he know Andro's getting aggressive in the smoke here? Nephew falls. Andro's so aggressive. A-site looks to be the hit. Lucent, do they still have petrol left in the tank? Freddy finds one. Freddy trying to find a second. Stops the bomb plant. Molotov goes down. Beautiful hold from Freddy. 4 points of health for that young man. And he's continuing to fight. Ever coming around on the flank. The Zulu falls. It's all down to Andro. Being quite a cheeky boy with smokes. Jump is heard. Above the box, smoke fades, Andro finds one. Drops off the box, looking to find a second. Doesn't have much time to play with. Smoke goes in, he's got to find Usman. Ebu falls, he's going to try to take the AWP with him. Can't get the frag, however, as this bomb goes off. Yumson falls. Really smart economical play there by Andro. A really smart economical play there. Got rid of all the guns in the server. Probably a good play. Probably a good idea. Lucent give up the first in overtime. But Akka. I'm trusting him. I'm trusting Akka in chat. I'm trusting him. Heavy mid control taken here by Lucent. As A-site wide open for NeverLand. Bit of a miss smoke, never hurt anybody. Excuse me, falls, Molotov. Keeps Lucent out of this one as Knax finds a second. Knax finds a third. Zulu fighting back. Zulu finds two for himself. Zulu looking for a third. He's got 5 to deal with here in the 1v5. Running around like an absolute crazy man. Zulu ends up falling to the AWP. It was... Sorry, Yumson. My apologies. LCT win? Hi, Will. I don't know who Will is. Hi, Will. I'm Flam. 30 kills for Zulu. 30 for Yumson. These two have been at it all game. As Matthew stuck on the deagle. This is going to be a brutal round. NeverLand win this. It's gonna be interesting. Bit of a cheeky boost here coming in for NeverLand. NeverLand. Oh, that a shocker. Grimsy finds one. Grimsy looks to find a second. Can't quite get anything. Although this dig push is going to get aggressive. And it's going to get so much information. If Lucent know what to do with it. Freddy, he's got to get a big hold here. From what it looks like, it's going to be an A hit. Freddy needs to find at least 1, maybe a 2. 3 would be awesome. As Gimsy falls. Starting to get aggressive on that mid control. Ebu finds one as well. 2 from Dig. He's got so much work to do. Freddy finds one. Beautiful hold from that young man. 2v3. We continue to go into this A side. Freddy finds 2. Freddy, he's done enough there for his team. Leaves Jumpson in the 1v2. I did not think Freddy would find the second there, but that's a huge frag. Huge frag for the Brit. I think. I don't know. He's got a Swedish profile picture in Discord. I don't know. Yumson. We've seen how deadly these Tech 9s have been all game. He looks to be going towards his B side. 19 seconds left to play. He's got to get his pants on fire. He's got to hurry up, son. Does he realise the time? 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. They've all run towards B. What a play. Bomb goes down. Yumson does enough. Although Cube has both CTs coming out. Yumson. Should you go to Sydney? If you want. Nice for tourists. Sydney's the best spot for tourism. Melbourne's also a really good spot. But you know what's better? The jungle of Ancient. Yumson. He's gonna get found! Lucent. You Swedish? Perfect. Zulu gets the necessary trade. Yumson nearly had the play of his life. 200 IQ from Yumson, but it didn't work out. No, we're talking about Freddy. I'm Australian, Freddy Swedish. Sydney, nice spot. Sydney's a good spot if you go to the right places in Sydney. It's a nice spot. But yeah. Look at his SCL profile. Who, me? My SCL profile? I'm the only Australian in the SCL. And I'm proud of that, goddammit. No, Sydney's a nice spot. But, yeah. As long as you go... As long as you stick to the cities in Sydney, you'll be fine. If you go any rural areas, you'll hate it. Because it's just hot. That's it. Especially the rural areas of Sydney. Speaking of rural areas, back to the jungles of Ancient. As Lucent, back on the T side. NeverLand looking to put this one to bed. They've got 2 rounds to find. Can they do it? Although, Hawkid just saying, Sydney did lose the Intel Extreme Masters series that they normally have in Australia. So, going for Counter-Strike, don't go Sydney. Actually, they've got top frags. Salt Zulu, trade blows. Usman falls, that's going to be a... I keep calling him Usman. Then Yumson. Yumson falls, Salt picks up a second. Salt. He's going to be big here. He's already got 3, looking for a 4th. He's going to put NeverLand one away. Grimsy falls. NeverLand 1 round away from winning this and putting it to bed. A beautiful ultraviolet as well. I love me a nice ultraviolet. NeverLand put 18 up. 1 round for the Russians to beat the Brits and the Swede. Lucent, they've played their guts out, and you can't badmouth them at all. They've played their guts out. AK's come out for them as they look to defend match point. Zulu falls, that's going to be huge. He's the top frag. He's been playing an absolute crack. He's been playing a cracked game, let's be real here. Let's not beat around the bush. 1-man advantage towards these CTs, however, we have seen these flip extremely quickly. A heavy dig presence here from NeverLand, nothing on the site. Mid should be called clear at the minute. A should be called clear. We're going to see Ebu. He's going to take first contact here. Towards his B site. 50 seconds as this clock ticks down. Util goes out. Entering by nearly every Lucent player so far. Ebu for 1. Salt for 1. Andro gets traded. Anti-hero does what he can. Yumpson taken by Freddy and he's going to go down. 19-16. What an overtime. What a game. NeverLand beat Lucent by the skin of their teeth. You love